Ding dong! Ghost Cat, Rice Girl, now producing my redneck neighbor. I'm not really here to talk about the films right now. I'm talking to you about why I do not want my tax dollars and your tax dollars to go to other countries without accounting. Basically, United States are subsidizing other countries. I'm not saying for good cause or whatnot. Of course, these countries like Ukraine itself have worked against our interest. So my question to Mr. Donald Trump is, we do need to investigate how our tax dollars, or actually we're borrowing because we're in debt. How can we come up with $400 million to help? That's a welfare, no condition, to help other countries without knowing if the money is going to the pockets of corrupt politicians. Bingo! And that's why I'm demanding investigation into this Burisma, Ukraine, and Joe and Hunter Biden. It would be ridiculous for the United States president to say, just let it go. And this is why the Democrats, they are so afraid the truth might come out that these political operatives in the past, including Joe Biden, that pay hush money, or Hunter Biden pay hush money by this Burisma, so-called the energy corporation, their honcho in Ukraine, that have bribed not just Poland officials, but using this Hunter Biden to pay him $80,000 a month. Think about it. That's a month, not a year. A lot of us don't make $80,000 a year for doing nothing. That's bribery. Then I want investigation into that. So this whole sham about Adam Schiff, I want to impeach Adam Schiff because he's allowing this stealing of our money. Actually, we're borrowing money and paying interest on that money when our people, I'm talking about United States citizens, we are brutally shot. Babies, women, children shot in Mexico by the drug cartels. Why are the Democrats complicit in letting the foreigners kill us right southern border of our country and ignore that? But instead saying, oh, it is so important. I'm not discounting the fact that Ukraine has the right to defend itself. But it is true when Donald Trump asked the questions that Soviet Union, Ukraine, their dispute about their land. I mean, I understand the importance Ukraine defend themselves. But the fact is, why aren't the other countries that are near them pay more into it than us? Why do we have to foot the bill for every fucking people? So I want to investigate why, and also, why do I want my money to be stolen? This is a welfare to other countries, and they're stolen by their corrupt politicians. That's the bottom line. Investigate Burisma and their connection with the Bidens and also the Hillary Clinton, the crime cartel. So that's that. Anyways, it's a rainy day here. Again, I'm in California. Thank God it's not snowing, but I'm not thankful that how they screw up this whole state by allowing these illegals. I mean, I don't care about color because that's what the Democrats' platforms are. They try to say that, oh, your diversity card or whatever. I don't care who wanders around to our border if they're fucking Martians. They are violating our country, our law, if they cross the border without permission. That's the definition of illegal. It's not about fucking race. So shut the fuck up. And this is how they want to flood us while they say, oh, we're going to impeach Donald Trump because Donald Trump tried to protect us, tried to build a fence, build a fucking wall. So these Democrats are doing nothing. They're not only doing nothing, they are actually sinking my country. Just look at San Francisco, into a shithole. That it's legal now to shit on your property, and if you didn't see the dumping of feces by the homeless, and this is rampant. The most taxed state. Everything you buy, you pay a 10 or 11% tax. You can't afford to buy anything because if I want to, I can't afford to buy a new car because I have to pay, like, if it's a car, I can't afford anything. For example, now cheapest car you can get is $20,000 per se, and you gotta pay like $2,100 just on the tax. That's ridiculous. And I'm just saying, they tax you on everything. Now they are considering a punishment tax for driving. Yes, they say it's a congestion tax. So these people cannot do anything else. I'm talking about the fucking politicians. You know who you are. Get off my back. And they're trying to say Donald Trump didn't want to help Ukraine or something, and they approved $400 million. And for what? We know for a fact. I watched the testimony. For a fact, the previous administration, Obama, did not give them one fucking dollar. But not only that, but the money that so-called the foreign aid, again, that's welfare. It's out of goodness of our heart. I can understand we have surplus. You give somebody that who wants a handout $10, but not $400 million without accounting. Okay, when we know in fact that Burisma, their so-called the oil and gas energy licensing company, they are known for corruption. You know what corruption means, right? It means that whatever that's supposed to go for certain things, like for example, they got a handout like this corruption with Gavin Newsom. He says that we have to pay extra gasoline tax. Now we're paying 62 cents per gallon in California just on the cheap gas to fix the roads. And then he just diverted $5 billion of that money to this fake climate change thing, while he allowing us to be burned to death so that he can get rid of us and flood the land of California. They used to be the golden state. Now it's the golden brown because shit, the golden shit state. And to flood us with people that are invading our country, because when they cross the border illegally, they're invaders. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. And then I try to slap you around by saying, oh, we're going to give money to the illegals. That's bribery. God damn it. So stop that bullshit. Stop the bullshit. And I do demand investigation. Investigation meaning that we're not going to waste our money, and not just hard-earned money, but money we are borrowing and paying fucking interest on to give to this damn other countries that really 7,000 miles away. I demand investigation on why, so they can keep their mouth shut. The Bidens accept the bribes from the Ukraine government to keep their mouth shut, so in order for them to steal more money from us. And as far as I know, the State Department of the previous administration, which is the Obama administration, that allowed, I heard that there's $50 billion that the Ukraine have stolen. And that's a huge embarrassment, but the testimony did come out that so far they say either, I guess, from the Volcker, the previous administration, have only recovered, trying to chase back this money, have only chased back $1 billion out of the $50 billion that were stolen by Burisma, which is the corrupt Ukraine oil and gas energy company, which they hated Donald Trump and they thought Hillary was going to win. So this is the whole genesis on that the previous Ukraine administration, before Zelensky got elected this year, 2019, have not just colluded, if they kept using this word so we can use it on them, with Hillary Clinton and this Obama administration to try to take down on Donald Trump. They also bribed the Bidens, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden, by giving them free money. That's bribery. Okay, that's the conclusion of the day, that I want investigation into how was my money stolen. And then the Burisma Ukraine had bribed Hunter Biden to keep the Obama administration their mouth shut when the $1 billion so-called foreign aid were going to their pockets. That's the case that I'm making.